Hey guys, I got a lot of questions about this puzzle here. It is on lesson 6, and I believe it's the 6th module. It's the one called Deja Vu, and it's where you start doing for loops. Probably one of the more confusing ones. And the way you got to do it down here is if you read through the explanation, right? It's telling you how to do it right here. It's essentially saying there's something called an initializer, an end condition, and an increment. And then you put after that what the command is, which for this one is going to be forward. The initializer, if you read through here, basically is saying, hey, this is where you start, sort of like a count if loop, right? So it's doing an initializer. If I is 0, then it starts at the number 0 when it's counting, right? The end condition, you can do something like this where I is less than 10 or I is less than whatever, and it will just keep on doing that until it reaches 10. So if you did starting at the number 0 and I is less than 10, then it would be a 10 loop count, right? Then the increments would be how much should it count up by? Should it count by 1? Should it count by 2s? Whatever. So this one right here would say I plus 1, which means it adds 1 each time. There's a little weird shortcut here since you'd count up by 1 so often you do I plus plus, which means the same thing, right? So what I did was I go down here, I'd look at the example, and it's showing me this example. And in fact, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and copy this, highlight it, Control C, and I find myself doing that a lot on these Tynker assignments. And I'm going to go up here and go ahead and type it in, right? So I'm going to scroll up here, and I'm going to do something along these lines. Let me just push this down for now so I have it for reference. And I'm going to say for I equals 0. So I know I want it to go start at the number 0. Here I want it to count or go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. So as long as it's under 6 times, right? And then I plus plus or I plus 1, which really kind of means the same thing. That means go up by 1 each time, right? And now I've got this. This was put here to help me like kind of fill it out, but I'm actually going to go ahead and delete that. And now the last thing I need to do is on line 3 right here, I need to do what command it is that it's repeating, right? So down here it says right there is where you're supposed to put the command after the bracket and before this bracket. So I'm going to go up here, and the command that I know I need to do is move forward. So I'm going to go right here. I'm actually going to go ahead and copy this, put it up here, paste it. I could, of course, always type it as well if I want to. And if you look, the correct way to do this is to indent what that command is. It just makes it a little bit easier to see. And I'm going to do that with 4 spaces. All right. And if I sit here and play this, that should be the exact command to get through. Whoop, he jumped off. What happened? All right. What happened there? So we're going to take a look at this and say, you know what? Maybe he only needs to go down. Oh, you know what? 4 plus plus. I'm going to do 4 plus plus here. Let's jump that through. And then he jumps through. All right. There you go.